Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my video. Welcome to my 1 year LINX anniversary video. I can't believe I've had this device for 1 year, and today I'm bringing you an update. I've done several videos on updates. I've done the 2 month, I've done the 4 month, the 7 month, and this will be the yearly update. And as most of you guys know, if you've been keeping up with my channel, my journey, you know that even after the LINX, I still have a lot of symptoms. And my main symptom, which is regurgitation issues, just the food content constantly keeps coming up to my esophagus. So right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, if to look into another surgery or another procedure, but unfortunately the LINX has failed, and it has failed me. And I said it with a smile because it's like, I mean, to some point, things get really bad to you. All you can do is just smile and see where you go forward. You got to look at the positives and take it from there, right? Because I would not let my symptoms and my current my current state physically determine how I live, right? Determine my life, right? I can't do that. Because mentally, then I will not make it, and that is the truth. I wish I would get my life back. I thought the LINX was gonna do that for me, or at least be able to work up there. Now, the LINX to some extent did save my life, because as you guys know, the reason I had to get the LINX implant was because the Nissen Fundoplication failed me right after 2 years. And to be honest, I think the Nissen Fundoplication messed me up even more than I was prior to having any symptoms. So, if I would have known, and if I would have known better about, the surgeries, I would have taken my time and would have done more research on them. But, I'm going to answer a question that a lot of people have, which one would you do and which one would you take? And from the research that I've done and the way I felt, I would have 100% have taken the LINX over the Nissen Fundoplication. And this is not because I'm being biased, or it's just the Nissen Fundoplication. It's a very, very invasive surgery. It's big. I mean, think about this. I actually had a catheter ablation procedure, right? So it's a heart surgery, right? Put a catheter through your veins and your arteries, and they go to your heart, and they get into your heart and all that. So it's a heart surgery. And I talked to the doctor about, hey, listen, how big was the heart surgery? I'm kind of concerned, of the effects, in my future. And she was like, listen, the Nissen Fundoplication surgery that you had was so much more invasive than this heart procedure that you had. And that just put it into perspective. And I was like, dang, so it is big, that, surgeries like this are big. So, to some point, I feel like, of course, I would have done the LINX, because it seems more simple, and it seems something like the body would be able to handle better than your stomach wrapping around your esophagus. And the thing with me as well is, when your stomach wraps around your esophagus, it's also wrapping around your vagus nerve. And if you guys have been keeping up with my journey, I have trouble with, heart racing issues and heart palpitations and all that stuff. Although my heart's healthy, I think that didn't do any good to my vagus nerve, and it could have altered, my vagus nerve. I don't know that, and I don't know if I ever be able to know that. But also, what happened with the Nissen Fundoplication, I had a mesh, which if I knew what I know, now, if I knew then what I know now, I would have never had mesh implanted into my body because of the effects it caused. And I really think the mesh has done a lot of damage into my diaphragmatic area. And I didn't feel this bad prior to having the surgery. So, I was glad to take the Nissen Fundoplication down. I was glad to have my anatomy back to as normal as possible with just a little device inside me. Now, as towards the LINX, to be honest, you don't feel the device. So where people are trying to get the LINX implanted and, you know, they're wondering what's going, you know, how does it feel? You don't feel it. Now, you might feel tightness around the area, you know, for obvious reasons for the surgery, because you're actually having, you know, more pressure now in your sphincter. But I don't feel it. You can go to, you know, I can lay down flat and I don't feel it. Now I feel pressure because I already have, you know, pressure in this area from like the hiatal hernia repair and then the regurgitation issues. But I feel like, you know, there's nothing there. It's just normal. The weird thing though, for some reason, for some odd reason, the LINX failed. And I mean by failed is because it's not doing its job to us the way it's supposed to, right? It's not holding the food in my stomach like it's supposed to. So it's weird because when I eat something heavy, when I eat something big, for example, a burger, if I were to eat, you know, a steak, right, or a lot of bread, and if I were to swallow, I can feel my food get stuck in, you know, where the LINX area, where my sphincter is at. So I'm like, which one is it, bro? You gotta give me one or the other. Either you're not holding, you know, either you're you're gonna, you know, be open and just, you know, letting my food pass as I eat and not choke, or, you know, or are you gonna keep doing the regurgitation issues and you know, give me hell, right? So it's weird because it feels tight. It is working. So don't get me wrong, it is working, but it's just not working to its potential, right? To where it should be and what it should have been for a while. And I don't understand how that works. I don't understand, you know, how, you know, that happens. But I just know that from now on, I'm, you know, I think that I'm gonna give it at least a year to just to let my body heal, my body rest from all these surgeries that I've had, you know, within the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years. You know, I've had 3 different surgeries. I had the Nissen Fundoplication, the LINX, and then I had the catheter ablation, right? So we'll see what goes on. I will keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys not just updated, but listen. Oh, okay, one more thing, the last thing that I'm going to talk about. When I went to my surgeon, the surgeon's office the last time, I think this is very important. There is something new going on with like gels, like they're not beads, but like they're like gel beads or something. I think, I don't know, that they're looking. It's like a new procedure that they're working on right now, that they're looking to like inject around your sphincter. If I'm, you know, don't listen. Don't take what I'm saying. Don't take it to the bank. Just do your research on this, but I know this is a new procedure that a lot of people don't know of. But it's like beads of gel that are they're like injecting into your esophagus, and your sphincter, and it's supposed to be working more naturally towards where it will tighten, close, and you know, it'll close and open. But they're just beads, like gels, like I don't know what the process is called. I don't know what the surgery is called because it's very new. But I remember the surgeon telling me something similar to that, and he was working on that. So he was working on the research and the experiments and all that good stuff. So I'm definitely gonna go back to him and ask him how that's going, because to me that's very interesting. I'm not sure if I would be able to do that even with the LINX inside, but if the LINX is not working to its full potential, although it is working, maybe giving it like that little extra pressure just by injecting that, you know, could give me some more relief. I'm not sure. I will keep doing my research, and like I said, I will keep you guys updated, but you should guys look into that. There's a lot of new procedures that are, you know, being less and less evasive towards that, right? Because the Nissen Fundoplication has been around for like, dang, at least 60 years. For at least 40 to 60 years, if I remember. So, you know, now with the LINX has been around 10 years, and then, you know, you heard of the TIF, right? Strata, whatever other, you know, surgeries there are. So we'll see what happens. And that's all I have for you guys today. I didn't want to talk, you know, a whole bunch and a whole lot, because I feel like throughout the weeks from this year that I had, you know, since I had the surgery up to now, I've given you guys a lot of information. I don't want to bore you guys more into, you know, going just being redundant and repeating myself. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys. If you have subscribed to my channel and keeping up with my journey, that really means a lot. If you have any questions, any concerns or comments, you know, always comment on the YouTube, on the comment section. I will most likely reply. And even if it's another person's comments, you know, try to comment in when they'll be trying to comment on their section, because, you know, we're here to help. I'm here. I created this channel to help people, with my journey. You know, like I said, I want to be able to some point change people's lives and give them the best information that I can with my experience, right? Because I wish there was somebody prior to me. I haven't seen really someone that's keeping up with like YouTube videos and their content and the things I do through my daily life, surviving GERD, right? Because that's what it is. I'm trying to survive it. And, you know, I'm very appreciative of you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing and joining me in this journey. You know, we're a small community, but, you know, we're loved, and that's all that matters, man. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, baby.